among the largest gatherings this Jubilee year was the Jubilee of Young People, held this past July in Rome. Several youth and young adults from Western Massachusetts went on the pilgrimage, led by Father Peter Salik and Joe Austin, Director of the Office of Missionary Discipleship. Carolee McGrath has more.
The Lord be with you.
Father Piotr Salik, the pastor of Immaculate Conception Parish in Indian Orchard, celebrated Mass Monday, July 28th for pilgrims about to depart for the Jubilee of Young People in Rome. There were 31 people in the local group, led by Father Salik and Joe Austin, the director of the Office of Missionary Discipleship, which also sponsored the pilgrimage. They joined millions of young people in Italy.
I heard about it. Actually, a family friend of ours wanted me to go, so he sponsored me to go to this.
Andrew Sharchesky and his friend Christopher Paul not only went on the pilgrimage, but also to the Steubenville East Conference, which ended the day before. So how does it feel coming off of that Steubenville high and now going to Italy for a pilgrimage?
Well, it's my first time traveling out of the Northeast, out of the country, and it's going to be, I've been looking forward to it for a while.
Christopher Paul is a member of St. Mary Parish in Lee and the Berkshire County Youth Group. He entered the Catholic Church last spring after attending his first Steubenville conference.
I was really just filled with the Holy Spirit. No other words than that. Just bawling during adoration, just unstoppable faith at that point, and ultimately led me down the path of RCIA, OCIA, and baptism and confirmation, and here I am.
Hannah Finelli, who graduated second in the class from Pope Francis Prep in May, also attended Steubenville East.
This is actually my first time going on a pilgrimage, so it's going to be really special. I feel like this time in my life, because I just graduated from high school, it's like a really interesting time to explore the world, especially with the new Pope, Pope Leo. He's very new, and so that'll be really exciting. One of the few first groups to experience seeing him.
Hannah captured this amazing video of Pope Leo in Rome.
Seeing the Pope was awesome. He was about 10 feet away from us. I was watching Vatican News live when the Pope was elected because I was so excited to see him when I came to Rome, and it was unbelievable. I thought it was going to be Pope Francis, but it turned out to be Pope Leo, who was an English-speaking American, which just made it that much more special.
This was one of 5 pilgrimages to Rome for the Jubilee year, which began on December 24th when Pope Francis opened the Holy Door at St. Peter's Basilica. The local pilgrims walked through that Holy Door. Other holy doors were opened at the Rome basilicas of St. John Lateran, St. Mary Major, and St. Paul outside the walls. These basilicas and local churches are designated places where pilgrims will receive an indulgence after receiving Holy Communion, going to confession, and praying for the Pope's intentions.
So it was an amazing trip. There were many moments. I always say that these trips are full of moments, like really big moments. Moments with the Holy Spirit, moments with our faith, moments with discovering, just meeting people from around the world.
Austin, who was also living on little sleep after organizing the Steubenville East Conference for the diocese, says his group became close to pilgrims from South Korea. The week featured events, including the exposition of the relics of the newly canonized saints Pier Giorgio Frassati and Carlo Acutis for veneration. Pope Leo celebrated the closing Mass August 3rd.
We went to the closing Mass, and that was just an incredible experience to just see millions of young people from around the world and Pope Leo celebrating Mass, and just this first American Pope.
Pope Leo told the young people gathered in Rome at the closing Mass to aspire to great things, to aspire to holiness, to seek Christ first. It's a great message for all of us.
Just a really special time in the church where I think there's this movement of young people that are kind of coming back to the faith and rediscovering who they are and who they want to be.
And there's no doubt that these young people will continue to be pilgrims of hope, pointing the way to Christ. Reporting for Reel to Reel, I'm Carolee McGrath.
Certainly was the experience of a lifetime for those pilgrims.